everyone, Cody Kamen. Well, a few days ago, I posted my Kamen Rider Dragonite video, but I had a comment right after that confuses people that I feel like I need to clarify, something that the Toku community realizes. That Power Ranger fans don't know, but Sentai fans, Toku fans don't know, and that is why is Power Rangers and Kamen Rider ripping off of each other? No, because it's an adaptation. What do I mean by that? I will explain in the video. Hey everyone, Cody Kamen. Time for another Topic Toku anime, and we're gonna do another Toku video because that did well, and we're gonna talk about a question that I feel like getting is Power Rangers a ripoff or Kamen Riders a ripoff? Because a lot of people, when we adaptate shows that are like Power Rangers, we're like, well, that's a Power Rangers ripoff. But you forget that Power Rangers was based on a Japanese show called Super Sentai, and Kamen Rider was from the same studio, Toei. So yes, they're both the same show. Is it a ripoff? Let me explain it in this video. Okay, first disclaimer. I loved Power Rangers as a kid. This was like my favorite franchise, and as a person with autism, I loved this series a lot. I learned my colors from that, if you answer to my mom. But the point is, Power Rangers has always been a good series I like, except for RPM. But now I like RPM because it was dark. I didn't care for it when I was young because it was kind of a little bit like boring bad, like, if that makes any sense. It's stupid. But the point is, around that time, there was another attempt at ripping off Power Rangers with Kamen Rider Dragonite. If you saw my video a few weeks ago, I did talk about Dragonite. Today, we're going to talk about a question that bugs me. Is Power Rangers / Sentai ripping off Kamen Rider? And the answer is no. Why? Let me now explain the full story. Okay, before Power Rangers began and Sentai began, Kamen Rider came first. So technically, Kamen Rider is older than Power Rangers by 5 years. And if you don't know this, but a lot of the Toku genre has a weird trend where the top 4 out of 5 tokus share my major anniversary, 5 years apart of each other. Really, some of them are just not really anniversaries, like Sentai is really 1 year off, but you do count it with that year gap, if that makes any sense. But the point is, 3 to 5 out of the 5 main Toku franchises share anniversary numbers. I am not kidding. Let me give you the ones that said. Godzilla, being the one that didn't, came out in 1954. Well, Kamen Rider came out in 1970. Ultraman came out in 1966. And also Kamen Rider 71, sorry. But the point is, you see the picture. Then in 81, we got Metal Hero, which no one talks about except for VR Troopers. Yes, VR Troopers was a good series, and I also do a Beetleborg video coming up with the Shadowborg arc. But anyhow, the point is, that show is great. Also, Sentai is 1979, 76. Really, the weird thing about Sentai is 76 was early Sentai, or the generic Sentai phase. It's called Super Sentai because of the third series onward added robots. So that's why it's called Super Sentai, as an abbreviation of the super robot genre, which is another topic for another day. But the point is, Power Rangers didn't really start the genre. It was just adaptating. And as I gotta do a recap of freaking Margaret Welsh and Haim Saman's connection, because that's really why Power Rangers exist. Margaret Welsh was doing Fox Kids, and the weird thing is, prior to that, one of her to-do lists was Marvel, as we all know. But the next thing on the list before that was freaking Stanley wanted to adaptate Sun Vulcan, or Predate number 5, or Predate number 3 if you count Super Sentai. But the point is, Sun Vulcan was going to be a freaking thing from Sun Vulcan's going to be Stan Lee's biggest project Didn't do well. It didn't get approved, but it was still on the drawing board. And they lost the right to Sentai because of that. And we fast forward to a few years later with Haim Saman basically being at the Olympics. They're like, wait a minute, can I just use the footage and just not use the main character stuff and just do the fight cycles for recycled? That's pretty much what Power Rangers is now. But I feel like franchise with the reboot, I want them to get rid of Sentai, but I feel nervous about that. Like, but I'm sorry, but Sentai is really good. Really good. But I feel like Power Ranger needs to get rid of Sentai footage or just accept the Sentai footage. Wanted the exception, but that's not going to happen. So yeah. And let's talk about Kamen Rider. Yes, Kamen Rider came first in 1971. Basically, the original series is great and all, but the point is Power Rangers and Kamen Rider, the point is Power Rangers is the ripoff and Kamen Rider is the original, dating 5 years prior, if you don't count Power Rangers being younger because of Sentai footage being recycled and not getting approved until 93. But the point is, no, Kamen Rider is not ripping off Sentai. Power Rangers is ripping off Kamen Rider. And Ultra Series, which is another show, and might do that in a few weeks. Wink, wink, and hint. Hope you liked the video. Link down below if you're shocked about what I'm saying, shocked you about freaking Kamen Rider being more of an being original first, more original than Power Rangers. Leave a comment below if you didn't know that. This is Kamen saying bye-bye for now.